Hello and welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Home. Hey guys, what's up? It's been really a fat minute, okay, since I last recorded an episode. Well, there's a lot of things that has happened in my life. So, and to be honest, that's not really relevant because I don't think this is a podcast where I talk about my daily situations or stuff, because it's not like a digital journal, you know what I'm saying? So today's episode is just going to be really short because I just want to get going, because a lot of times I dread making an episode because I'm just like, oh my god, like it's gonna take a lot of time. It's just all of these stuff. And we start this episode by praying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps us say the right things that somebody might want to hear them. So recently, guys, I discovered something. Oh my god, there's some noise in the background as usual. So it's almost like he's getting on my nerve. Just kidding, it's not that important. So guys, lately I've discovered something, or let's say I have learned something by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that it's so ridiculous, and it's so it's not ridiculous obviously, but it's like when you think about it, it's just so normal. It's so what's that word, like it's so obvious. Okay, it's so obvious that it's like it's so obvious, I think, to other people, but people who are perfectionists, people who work hard, who make their how they earn love is by doing, and how they see themselves as a good human being is by being so productive and stuff. That's really toxic, guys. Okay, really toxic. What? I mean, really toxic, and we really need to stay away from that. But anywho, so to people, to normal people, that's so obvious and stuff, but to people who are perfectionists, it's a little bit hard, but it just is a bit better than normal people. Why? Because when you discover that from a really long time living a certain way, it's almost like 10 times better than you already know it. The whole point and the idea of the idea, if you know what I mean. It's just the idea of the subject, let's say, okay? The idea of the subject is that you are normal. I know it's so stupid, but I went to uni the other week, I think, and in that week I went there, and in my mind, there was a lot of situations that built up to it, but in my mind it's like I'm normal. Okay, I'm a normal being. I'm not normal, I think, or to say ordinary, maybe that's the word. Okay, we live in a society, and we live in a world where we always want to be different. We always want to be someone who's just no, I'm not like the other. I'm just so special than other, and we always try to prove that, almost to other people, to even to ourselves. Okay, but if you just literally if you just sit down and you think wait, I'm actually an ordinary person. I'm just like the others, okay? And not to say you're boring and stuff, but even to say you're boring, okay? That would make, trust me, that would give you the most freedom in the world, I think. Because realizing that, it just put me in so much freedom. Because I'm a person, I used to be so, I think, I don't know, but I just struggled with perfectionism a lot. And let me just catch up on the idea that I said before. Not to say we all are just bad people, or you're just a meh person and you're just gonna accept that and just move on with it. No, everyone is special in their own way, okay? Everyone is unique in their own way, because there's a lot of girls that love specific specific type of things, specific, oh my god, this word is hectic, specific stuff, okay, that makes themselves, if you know what I mean. So personally, I love I always kind of loved to paint, but I never kind of gave myself a chance about that, okay? So like maybe I love trees, especially in the night. I love to take pictures of the trees. And there's a lot of stuff to me that are special, that are no one like loves them the way that I love them, okay? So that's the kind of special that I think about. So you might have something that is so special about yourself, okay, that no one else is like you. Okay, so you're unique, you're beautiful, you're amazing. But at the same time you're normal, you're ordinary, you're just like everyone else because we're all human. And we don't kind of get this idea enough in our heads because we always just try to chase perfectionism, and not to chase, but we embody being perfect, when in reality we just need to embrace being imperfect. Trust me, like the past, I don't know, wallah, like it has been a fat minute where I tried to be like, it's always like an on and off journey with me, from like, because it's like my default, almost, not always, but almost my default is being perfect. Like I, not in a sense like I'm gonna be cocky or something, but it's almost like I try to be like, it's a perfectionism mindset, you know. So it's like a default. It's all these years I've almost like tried to always strive for a little, all that nonsense, okay. So it's been like when I overcome that by the will of Allah, the like the perfectionism mindset, I overcome it for a certain period of time and try to embrace being imperfect, normal, whatever. It just gives me the freedom to literally just be myself, and I find myself being more charming than trying to be perfect. Because, and it's like why I tell you like it's an on and off. So like something would happen and I would come back to being like a perfectionist in a way. But lately I tried to embrace that, not like my own doing, trust me, like this is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put on my journey, and I'm so grateful for it, and I really wanted to share it, okay, because I feel like this is just a huge idea, that, or not idea, like concept maybe, that you need to embrace in your own life as well. Because if you were just like me, okay, sometimes you would think there are a bajillion projects in my head, but you know, like there's a lot of potential I think I have, but I'm not really doing that because it's like too overwhelming. And that the truth about that is not that it's like overwhelming, it's that the perfectionism is stopping me. I'm not kind of always allowing myself to just start and make it ugly and then it gets good by the time going on, if that makes sense. So if you're just somebody like that doesn't sound right, but whatever. If you were someone like that, you really need to allow yourself to be meh. Trust me, like just, and it's not like in a way that you're letting yourself be hard on yourself, or like you're saying like, oh, I'm a loser or something like that, or you're telling yourself that you're less than other people. No, you're understanding. Okay, now then, but we're gonna keep going just to give you like the tip of this concept. So you're telling yourself, no, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created me in the best form. Allah created this earth and this heaven, well, not heaven, like they call it heavens, but like the skies for me. I'm someone who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thinks valuable, okay? But at the same time, I'm normal. I'm I'm a human being. I'm flawed. I'm imperfect. I make mistakes all the time. It's okay. But at the same time, I'm valuable. It's so weird because we're not really used to that. We think like being valuable is that you're not making any mistakes. You're fully loved and you're whatever. It's all nonsense. But I think embracing that in my life, it just gave me freedom to literally just be myself. And trust me, like, don't, when we see other people, like, when we see other people, like, in whatever public place, that they're just so themselves, it's just so attractive. Like, attractive in a way that they're just intriguing. Like you want to befriend them. That's the thing. You should just, and that's I think why they say be yourself. But we try to be the best version of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's really crazy. But that's that. You be yourself. That means like with all your quirks and your flaws and whatever, you just come to the table with all that you are. And you're accepting yourself because you're like, yeah, that's me. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if someone says, like, you're not perfect, you're making mistakes, it's like, it doesn't really affect you because you know that, yeah, I make mistakes. Yeah, I'm this and that. What about it? I'm still valuable. I'm still, I almost said perfect. You know, when they say, like, perfectly imperfect? That's the thing. And this is actually like a milestone for me because, you know, I almost kind of had another take on this. But speaking of being imperfect, I'm just gonna let it. So thank you for being here with me. And if you have any like topics or you have your own opinions on this topic, put it on the comments and let's just chat about it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until next time.